Should be a fairly quick video, how to change oil on 2014 Infiniti Q50. Procedure should be very similar to pretty much all cars, especially to Infinitis. By the way, I'm using a car ramp, which should make it a lot easier, but if you don't have that, you could either try to use car jack stands, or it'll make it a little bit easier to use like those kind of plastic ramps. But if you use those, it's better to use those on the concrete, and even then I'd recommend using jack stands as well, just in case. So on mine I don't have the under engine cover piece. If you have, from what I remember, you have to remove 4 bolts. They're all 10 millimeters. One gonna be here, one I believe right here, one right there, and there is one right there. Once you remove those, you should be able to fold that plastic cover down. Like this big piece gonna stay here. The smaller piece you can fold down, it'll give you access to the drain plug and to the filter. So here's the filter and here's the drain plug. So size for the drain plug is 14 millimeter. So first I'm gonna do is just loosen the drain bolt. There we go. I'll get a container for the oil. By the way, I forgot to mention, it's better if the engine is warm. Right before doing the oil change, I drove for about 5-10 minutes. And I've been using this one to drain oil probably for about last 3 to 5 years. Okay, we got that. Time to unscrew the bolt. Usually I don't have time to catch the bolt because it's hot. This time I was able to catch it and didn't get oil on my hands. Wait for some time for engine to drain. While I'm waiting, I'm gonna clean this bolt. I'm gonna try to replace the crusher washer. I bought a whole bunch on Amazon before. It should last a lifetime of oil changes for this car. Sometimes it's kind of tough to remove the old one, so we'll see how long this one's gonna take. Not too bad. Here's a new one. Before putting this one on, I'm gonna remove oil filter. Oil filter should not be on too strong. You should be able to remove oil filter just with your hands. Unfortunately, it is too strong. So in case when it's like that, you might need to use an adapter. You could find some universal one. It's not the perfect fit, but it should do it. Keep in mind, even if you get a filter removal tool for specific vehicle, filters themselves might be different. Like this adapter is for this specific brand, but all filters are different. If you will get Mobil 1 filter, it's If you will get Mobile 1 filter, it's a M1108A. A little bit messy. Here's the filter replacement. It's the same brand as the one I had here, Mobile 1. You have to put some oil here. Just because I'm already under the car, I'll just use oiled oil. That should prevent potential leaks. To put the filter on, you don't need any tools, you don't need to do it tight. Just hand tied it. Okay, should be good enough. Now I will do the drain plug. Drain plug with a crusher washer. This one's also pretty important not to do it too tight. This one I believe is a steel pan, so more than likely you're not gonna mess those threads. It's even more important in aluminum pan, because if you mess those threads you have to figure out some way to fix it. Okay, so here's how I do it. Everyone's different, but my opinion is just do like this. Just like this. That's good enough. Okay, draining portion is done. Now on to the filling up portion. So the oil capacity is 5.2 quarts, which means I'm gonna use that and a tiny bit more. I got this and oil filter at auto parts store for about 42 bucks. To add oil, I'm gonna use this funnel. With this funnel, you don't have to worry about spills while you're filling it up. What I do sometimes is once it's about halfway in, I'm gonna look under, just make sure there is no leaks. Looks like this washer came out of this plug. Let's put it back. All good. Now I just have to add 0.2 quarts. 0.2 quarts, it's about 1/5 of this one, so I'll just add a little bit here. Just close it. I'm gonna drive off and check the oil level in a bit. Resetting oil life here, it's a bit complicated. Let's see. Home, to the right. Okay, there you go. Engine oil. Was close to 5,000. I think I had about 4,300, so I'll reset that. What I did is I set this as a reminder, oil filter. I didn't use it because I'm doing two at the same time anyway. There could be another place where you need to reset it. I'm not sure yet. If there'll be one, I'll put that in the video as well. Okay, I finally found another location. So here, go to Home, Settings, Meter, I think Maintenance. See here, Oil and Filter. I'll change this to 5000 and reset distance. See, it has an alert on. I really don't know why Infiniti decided to go this route. You don't need settings, you don't need maintenance here, and then maintenance in completely other location. Right here. I noticed I'm low on a windshield washer fluid. I bought this one on Amazon. A lot cheaper than actually buying windshield fluid. So here we'll have to use just a quarter ounce per gallon to make 1 gallon of that fluid. So I'll just put half of this there. And for the rest, I'll just add water. According to what it says here, it should make 32 gallons. I think it was about 10-15 bucks, and usually 1 gallon of washer fluid gonna cost you about the same. So I think it's just better to have something like that. For this, I think it'll be a good idea to use a funnel. Well, it did take about a gallon. It's also a good idea to check coolant level. I see some there. Actually, it is at a good level. Good. So on this part we're all set. Now we have to get rid of the oil. It always sucks to remove this adapter. That's why I always prefer not to over tighten, just tighten it by hand. Well, I don't know if it was correct way of doing it, but adapter is off. Unlike the actual oil, as long as there is no oil in the filter, you can just put it in regular trash. Just make sure there is no oil there. Now let's get to the actual oil. Okay, actual oil. Gonna close it and use the same 5 quarts container and pour oil inside. More than likely you'll have a bit less oil than you put into the car, because engines tend to burn at least some of the oil. I put 5.2 quarts and here I have probably about 5. Now this oil, used oil, you can just return, at least in US, at least in Florida. You can return it to an auto parts store. I'll return it to the place where I bought the oil and they take it for free. Alright, that concludes the oil change video. Usually probably the whole thing takes about 30 minutes. Fairly easy job to do. Cost $42, just the oil and filter. I prefer doing it myself and take it to any of the shops. If you have any questions, let me know. Like, subscribe, Subscribing to my channel definitely helps me making more videos, create content. All the parts I used here, like the washer fluid, maybe the funnels, I'll see what I can find on Amazon, but some of those items I did find and bought on Amazon. I'll leave you links in description. If you purchase through those links, it'll help my channel a lot. Again, thanks for watching and take care.